Well, people from all across the country are coming together to help those folks in the Joplin area in the wake of that deadly tornado. And that includes people from right here in our area. Help is headed to Missouri thanks to the Red Cross, even as crews from the Bay Area also remain deployed in Alabama. Our Bill Logan is standing by live at the Tampa chapter now with more on this. And Bill, that is 2 major relief efforts in less than a month. Is there anybody there left?
Yeah, there are people left here. That's the good news, Stephanie. In addition to this staff, there's about 1,000 volunteers who work out of this facility here just off of Himes Avenue, north of the interstate here in Tampa. And despite all of the call-outs from this, people say they are ready and willing to go out and help as needed. When the conditions are at their worst, we often see the best of human nature, folks coming to help as disaster strikes. Not even halfway through 2011, we've seen an awesome response to awful circumstances. The unprecedented storms that cut through the South certainly showed that when needed, we can pull together to help pull people out of problematic circumstances.
And I think when people see the Red Cross emblem, they know that we're there to help.
A couple of weeks back, we caught up with a couple of volunteers who were Birmingham bound. Lynn and Frank are still there, even as a new swath of destruction was being cut through Missouri and Kansas over the past 24 hours.
These national disasters are actually giving us practice for the hurricane season if we need to respond.
Brittany Minardi has been with the local Red Cross chapter for over a decade and a half. She knows of how we've received help here when Charlie and Jean and Francis all came calling in 2004. And she knows the turnabout is fair play. Since the tornadoes touched down in Alabama, dozens of volunteers have been deployed from this Tampa chapter. Now with the additional storms over the weekend, there are going to be even more missions out.
So we're just making sure that everyone's needs are being met.
Does that put our needs in jeopardy if something should happen here?
Now, obviously, with sending volunteers out, those volunteers aren't here to help with local disasters, but we have a great base of volunteers here. We've got about 1,000 volunteers that are active within the chapter.
So from the Claremelle tornadoes to individual fires, local folks are still being helped, even as the national disaster deployment is stretched even further.
We're everywhere. You know, we're responding to large disasters, but that doesn't mean that we're not here responding to local disasters as well.
Of course, with all of this disaster response, one of the things that is feared the most is disaster fatigue, where everybody is just frankly worn out after so many problems. But the folks here say that's not going to happen. It can't happen. Reporting live this noon in Tampa, Bill Logan, ABC Action News.